Hello guys, my name is Binwi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing chest and biceps. We're going to start off with chest flies. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so just finished warming up. We are going to do the working set now. We're going to do two sets between 15 and 20 repetitions. On these, I really like to do a suitably stretch. Really make sure that my elbows are going behind my body to get a really stretch on on the chest, right? I do these kind of slow. At times, I need to take a rest between repetitions, just to catch my breath since I'm bracing for such a long time. But yeah, we're gonna do 15 to 20 right now. I'm up block number 8, so we have gone up since last week. We were on block 7, so yeah, we're gonna do block number 8. See how many we can get. Um, yeah. So yeah. Hey guys, so we just finished our first set. We got 18 repetitions. As you saw, I did rest a little bit, like around the 10th and 15th repetition, just to catch my breath back up. In reality, my cheek's still burning. The way I know, like I'm at my limit, is that takes longer than usual to finish the rep. Being the chest fly, the machine that it is, the exercise that it is, I really can't try to do partials because I'm not gonna be able to push it back up. You know, like close my hands. I'm just gonna be open, and even though I can go pretty far back, I can't go all the way back with that amount of weight, right? So I always stop short of or like my one rep in reserve, you know, just so that I make sure that I'll be able to come back up and close my arms and be able to put the handles back where they belong without hurting myself, right? If you do have a gym bro, somebody like that, somebody that can help you with that last rep and make sure you don't hurt yourself, right? Even if you, or maybe like a partial or some partials that let it useful. So do that if you can. Me right now, since I'm recording myself, I don't feel like just any random person is going to be like, oh yeah, I will help you, and then they're going to be recording. You know? But if you have that opportunity, do it, use it. If not, try to go as hard as you can. Most things like okay, guys, we have finished chest flies on the second set. We got 16 repetitions, pretty good within the rep range that we wanted. Right now, we are going to do dips on the machine to be able to load it up with more weight instead of doing um, free dips. You know, I don't have a belt for plates yet, so in the meantime, on the machine, it's the same thing. You know, so yeah, let's get to it. For dips, we are going to do two sets, as I mentioned, 15 to 20 repetitions. Right now, we are working on block number 10. It is quite heavy for this machine because it's mostly for triceps, not really a machine more for triceps. So, what I do to hit my triceps less, get more of my chest, is I lean all the way forward that I can. The same thing you would do three dips, you know, lean it forward. We'll make the pec stretch more, making them more engaged in the exercise. You obviously want to continue to use your triceps as you're pushing, but you use your chest a lot more if you do it that way. If I wanted to just see my triceps, then I would try to lean all the way back that I could. Okay, for our first set, we did get 15 repetitions. Pretty good, pretty heavy. That's all right on our pec where we wanted it. Okay, so we have just finished our second set for dips. Right now we are going to move on to incline chest press. The second set of dips on the second set of dips, unfortunately, when only got 10 repetitions. I did some partials there because it's easier to do partials there. But yeah, we wanted to get 15 to 20. We got 10. So then, because we did get 15 repetitions on the first one, right? It was like the bare minimum that we needed. We couldn't do the same thing on the second. So I think next week, we're going to do what we can on the first set with block number 10 and then go down to block number 9 for the second set. Try to get that rep range. Right now, we are going to do incline chest, as I mentioned. We are going to do 2 sets, and we're going to try to get between 10 and 15 repetitions. And we are going to start out on block 170. I think it's pounds. I'm not sure, but yeah, going to see how many we can get. Okay, we did just finish the first set. Got around 13 repetitions, and I did two partial. Pretty good. About 170. We can kind of stay there. Should be able to at least get 10 for our second set. Yeah, as you can see, as I mentioned before, you get a really deep stretch on this. I would like because there's a press machine that is flat, or with your feet, like you can push the handlebars forward, right? And that one has a big deeper stretch because the handlebars are actually behind behind you. So if this machine could do that, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Because it can give it like a 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, pretty good machine. I like it a lot. We'll see how many repetitions we can get on our next set. So we did just finish incline press. We got 10 repetitions and we did like 45 partials with that. Pretty good. With that, we have completed chest. Gonna be all we did for chest. We did flat chest kind of with the flies. Yeah. It was neutral angle, 10 degrees or zero, depending how you look at it. Anyway, then we did kind of decline with the dips, right? We have a little bit more like down. And then we did incline for more upper chest, right? So we're hitting like the three major parts of the chest. Um, yeah, pretty good. Right now we are going to move on to abs and obliques. For obliques, we're just going to grab a dumbbell and do some side crunches. And for abs, we're going to do 2 exercises. We're going to do hang tool the handlebars, and you're going to do total toes to hands. I think that's what it's called. That's how I call it. I just try to make my toes reach my hands, using mostly abs. Really concentrating on grounding my butt. Not, but we don't use our flex, but we don't use our hip flexors as much, right? And we're gonna also do cable crunches. So yeah, there's gonna be a whole superset. We're gonna start with hanging. Um, we are going to start with hanging toes to hand. Then we're gonna move on to crunches, and then we're gonna finish up with obliques. So yeah, let's do it. We are going to do abs and obliques. For abs, the first exercise is toes to hands. You don't feel like you can do this? That's okay. I started out first. It's like a, let's say, piece of equipment that kind of looks like it's made for dip, but what you would normally grab onto to do dips. It has the pad. So for one of those, and you can start from there. Even if you uh, don't can get your butt up, you know, you can start out there slowly to start moving your butt up, and then you can move on from there. The ab crunches with cables. It's a way to do crunches. So just depending on how you do them, a good exercise. Yeah, the normal way that you do them, laying down on the floor, and then just doing crunches. That focus that mainly focuses on the concentric part of the exercise. There's not really any issues with the eccentric. It's not heavy. With the cable, it's still heavy whenever you're trying to do the concentric part, right? But it's also heavy on the eccentric because it's pulling you back, and you want to go back, but not super slow. I mean, not super fast. You want to control that, so there's more difficulty to it. And you can also progress, right? You can keep stacking more blocks on top of it. So it's a good way to continue to do strength work um, in hypertrophic work for your abs. You know, you feel progress little by little on the way with your abs. Suppose, for example, the first exercise, toes to hands. I can't really put more weight. What I can do is make it more difficult. So that's what I did from moving from the equipment with the pads to hanging right now. We moved up from difficulty. So yeah, that's what you can do. And for crunches for the obliques, we're gonna try this out. The first time I did them, the next day, it felt like I was in a car accident and that my I had broken rib. That's how they felt the first day there. And so if you are going to try and struggling a little bit, not so heavy, warm up to them, I did it. I was like, I've been doing ab workout. It'll be kind of the same. But it was, completely different part of your body. Very important aesthetically. Looks cool. Um, People say it makes your waist feel the bulkier. I don't really mind having a bulkier waist. Myself personally, I know for aesthetics and bodybuilding competitions, the smaller waist you have is the better. But having a good pair of obliques helps you a lot in different things. Because they're for balancing and things like that. So just bracing, being able to brace yourself with a strong core, abs, and obliques, way better for any other exercise where you need to do a lot of bracing, deadlifts, squats, Romanian deadlifts, things like that. Just overall, just better. So yeah. Okay, so we just did the first set. We got around 10 repetitions for hands to toes, 10 repetitions for ab crunches. We are on block 200, and everybody does 200 pounds. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's around 200 pounds, block 200. Um, we did around 10 crunches, and then we moved on to obliques. We did 10 repetitions on each side. And right now we are using the 34 kg dumbbell. So pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our second set. Should be more or less the same amount of repetitions and the same weight. Uh, yeah. Okay, so that would be it for abs and obliques. So now we are going to move on to shoulders and biceps. We are going to start out with behind the back bicep curls with cable, and we are going to also do rear delts. We're gonna grab the cable and put it across. Yeah, gonna do 2 sets of each. 4 shoulders for this and lateral and front shoulders exercises. The last set is going to be a drop set. So let's get to it. Okay, so for behind the back bicep curls on cable, we are going to try to get between 10 and 15 repetitions. And for shoulders, we are trying to get to around 10 repetitions. So, yeah. Um, I like this shoulder, I like this bicep exercise because it really stretches your bicep a lot. Right? It's a different position than just doing normal bicep curls, which we are going to do today as well because they're fun, you know. Um, but yeah, I like them. But like, it's different progression rate compared to just dumbbells, right? For rear delts, we are going to be going kind of like diagonally, so that's a straight from left to right or from right to left. Why diagonally? You might be asking. Every time I try to like squeeze my rear delt, I don't squeeze by moving my arm straight back. I do it whenever like my arms are like my elbows, 45 degrees, 30-degree angle with my shoulder. That's where I feel my real delt the most. So that's why I try to squeeze in that same angle whenever I do that exercise. Okay, so we just finished the first set. We got 10 repetitions for the behind the back bicep curls, and we also got 10 repetitions for rear delts. On bicep curls, right now we are using block number 6, and for rear delts, we are using block number 4. So it's actually been a really big progress for me for rear delts. I started off on block 1 and I could barely do it. And right now block 4. So like I could probably go to block 5 in a couple of weeks. So pretty cool. You know, whenever for shoulders specifically, like whenever you want to move up in weight, it's like this is easy and then like oh this is super hard. So getting to that point where you're feeling like kind of easy, but that it will still be super hard on the next block. In a few weeks maybe you might go up to block number 5, hopefully. Okay, guys, so we have just finished behind the back cable pulls and rear delts. So right now we're gonna do our next superset. We're gonna do bicep curls with dumbbells, just normal bicep curls, and we're gonna do lateral raises as well. Right? For lateral raises, we're gonna do two sets, two repetitions. Last one drop set. And for bicep curls, we are going to do 15 to 20 repetitions. So yeah, it's also gonna be two sets. So let's get to it. Okay, so for bicep curls right now, as I mentioned, between 10, 15 and 20 repetitions, we are using the 14 kg dumbbell. Um, pretty heavy. And for lateral raises, we are using the 16 kg dumbbell. So also pretty heavy. Yeah. Okay, so we just finished the first set. We got 18 repetitions for bicep curls with 16, sorry, with 14 kg. And for lateral raises, we did get 10 with 16 kg. Pretty good set. Um, let's see if we can maintain 15 to 20 repetitions on bicep curls for our second set as well. Also, so you might be asking, or not, the reason I like to do laterals after I do rear delts because I feel like um, my lateral head of the shoulder is also getting a bit worked up with rear delts. It feels warmed up already when I didn't have to warm up for the 16 kg. Um, Normally I would warm up my lateral raises. They were just going to go straight into lateral without doing like anything beforehand. But yeah, I don't remember where, but I read a section there that doing posterior delt work uh, helped warm up the lateral head. So yeah, good shit. Okay, so we have finished that superset. We got 15 repetitions on bicep curls, and we got 10 repetitions for lateral with the drop set. Right now, we are going to move on to our next superset, which is going to be hammer curls with dumbbells. And we are also going to do military presses for our front shoulder. We're going to do two sets of each. And on the last set of military presses, we're going to do a drop set. Okay, so for hammer curls, we're going to try to get around 10 to 15 repetitions. Last week we got more than 15 repetitions with 16 kg, so we're going to move up to 20. We'll see how that goes. And for military presses, we're going to try to get 10 repetitions. And we're going to be using the 20 kg dumbbells as well. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we have finished the first set. For hammer curls, we got 13. Not gonna lie, in the middle, probably around rep 7, I lost count. I'll just keep going until you can. But yeah, we got 13. I counted afterwards. Um, yeah, pretty good within the rep range. And for military presses, I had it sat down on the bench, and once I did and I started, I noticed that I was sliding off the bench because the seat was inclined down. The seat, not like the support, the back support, but the actual seat part. It was inclined down, so I was sliding off. I think that threw me off my game. I only got 8 repetitions. I then adjusted the seat and especially different targets. But let's say we got 8. I'm gonna try to get 10 for our next set, which will adjust this correctly. You see how many we can get like that. So yeah, pretty good set. Let's go for the next one. Okay, guys, so finished hammer curls and military presses. We got what did we get? I think we got 15 repetitions for hammer curls, and we got 8 repetitions for military presses. So it is around the rep range. I would like to get 10. The next step down is 16 kg, and I can get more than 10. More than 10. So I think I'm gonna stay at 20 kg. Just work up to those 10 repetitions for military presses. Nonetheless, a good amount, good set. For now, we are going to move on to forearm workout. We can do an EZ bar curl for our extensors and our flexors. Gonna try and do around 20 repetitions right now. I am getting better from a wrist injury on my right hand, this wrist right here. So we're going really light on it. Remember that we'll do around 10 kg per side of these bar. Right now I'm only going to do like a kilo and a half. Probably less than that. Kilo and 25, I think we'll play this. But yeah, gonna see how that goes. And that would be it for today. Okay, guys, we have finished. Quick recap of today. We started with chest. We did flies. Then we did dips, and then finally we did incline press on machine. So pretty good for chest. Then we did abs and obliques. After that, we started with biceps. We did behind the back bicep curl, and we did just dumbbell curls. And then for brachial legs, and then for brachial radialis, we did hammer curls. We also did forearm workout, and we did all three heads of the shoulder, front, lateral, and posterior. So pretty good for today. Give a like, comment, subscribe, share if you like the video, and see you guys next week. Gonna be doing a back exercise day because it's gonna be for Thursday. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye bye. Thank you for coming along.